Incredibles theory, Gamma Jack is Jack Jack by Alex Bell.
What if I told you that this is actually Jack Jack from the future? Gamma Jack is a character from The Incredibles that we see only for a few seconds. He is one of the many superheroes Syndrome killed as a part of Operation Chronos, and at first glance, he just kind of seems like a throwaway filler character. But if you look in The Incredibles DVD extras, you'll find a bunch of files full of information about all of these deceased heroes, including...
there was a video on that we watched. It's also on the same channel that you're watching this video from, so you can go check that out. It's a pretty cool video.
Powers, personality traits, and even audio clips of them talking.
I'm a man of culture, a man of passion, and I would say a man of humor, which is not widely known.
But Gamma Jack's file is a bit different than the other heroes. He is one of the most powerful supers in this franchise, with extremely dangerous radiation powers and a very disturbing personality.
Part of my job is to prioritize which villains I'm going to combat.
But the thing is, their powers are two completely different
different powers.
Because Jack Jack has multiple powers. Granted, he could have his powers, but Jack Jack has multiple. That's the thing. Like, Gamma Jack has multiple powers, but he doesn't have, like...
Or does Jack Jack not have a confirmed anything yet? It's just kind of like...
No, Jack Jack has multiple powers. We've seen Jack Jack have multiple powers.
No, I'm saying, like, could it be just like a growing thing, like a...
Like, we haven't...
Like, this is just happening to his body. We don't know what exactly his skill set is going to be yet, because he's just a baby type shit.
But, yeah, but he doesn't have the powers we know that Jack Jack has. Jack Jack can clone himself.
Real kicker is I get these dames, man, these dame villains, and they got the curves and the hair and the big eyes, and
he's
boy,
a jack of all
those
trades.
ones, they're really hard to kill.
He's the only hero who outright kills people, and when it comes to saving people, he always prioritizes attractive women first.
You know, I take a look around, I see if there's any good-looking women who need to be rescued immediately, and then I sort of start from there and work my way down the list.
Please don't let it. I don't want to believe you, Alex, because this nigga's he's the D-head.
He was like the arrogant.
The arrogant one,
That Tubby Joe Schmo over there with a laser pointed at his head, and he might have to wait in line a little while.
He's described as tyrannical and megalomaniacal, and even believes people with superpowers are a superior race. Gamma Jack is like a straight-up villain. He's basically the Incredibles version of Homelander, and a lot of people have been making videos about him recently because of how much he sticks out in this franchise. But I think I've discovered something that nobody else has yet. What if Gamma Jack isn't just some background character? What if he's someone who's been hiding in plain sight all of this time? I believe that Gamma Jack is actually Jack Jack from the future. I know that sounds like a big stretch. At first glance, these two characters seem nothing alike, both in their powers and personality.
Looks normal to me.
I mean, how could I possibly claim that sweet, adorable Jack Jack is actually a tyrannical super supremacist? Well, just stick with me, because I guarantee that this will be the most compelling, believable Incredibles theory you will ever hear. You are going to be blown away by how well all of this lines up. This is the Gamma Jack Jack theory.
Let's do it, Twitch. Shout out, Alex.
This all started when I noticed a couple strange similarities between these two characters. Obviously, they are both named Jack, and they are both extremely powerful supers. There's also maybe a passing resemblance, with both of them having a similar mask, and their hair ending in a single sharp point. But I didn't really start to take this seriously until I started comparing Gamma Jack's file to Jack Jack. Gamma Jack is described as a picky eater, which is probably one of Jack Jack's most defining traits. Literally, Jack Jack's first scene is Helen struggling to get him to eat, and a large part of the Incredibles 2 plot revolves around Jack Jack only wanting to eat cookies and throwing a massive tantrum when he doesn't get them.
Obviously, I can't keep giving him cookies. Nobody in a dad.
Jack Jack
Crazy
is
part is lucky his dad, and he got fucking super strength. He could just calm down. Yeah. Calm down, bro. And ain't he like what do you call it? What's the word? Vulnerable? Yeah.
Extremely picky eater. Gamma Jack is also described as a favorite of the ladies, which I think you can also apply to Jack Jack.
Can't I, little boo-boo boy? Who can handle it? Who can handle it?
Babysitting this one, I do for free.
All of the women who take care of Jack Jack clearly adore him.
Auntie Edna stayed up all night making sure you look fabulous in your mini dress.
He is definitely a favorite of these ladies. Okay, but what about tyrannical and megalomaniacal impulses? Well, doesn't that kind of sound like how Jack Jack is constantly and impulsively throwing violent tantrums?
Combustion imminent? What does that mean?
It means fire, Robert.
Even when Jack Jack fights someone, he seems to always go for the kill, just like Gamma Jack.
Boy, man. You're done.
I mean, he did kind of indirectly kill Syndrome. Okay, so there are some surprising similarities here, but let's...
Nothing concrete yet.
Yeah, it's just...
I'm still here, because, like...
half the shit is chalked up to, like, he's just a baby.
Yeah, and that's making Gamma Jack sound like a giant child.
Now, I do get the picky eater part. The picky eater is the only one that can really stick. And
not
the name's
necessarily, because kids be picky eaters, too.
That's what I'm saying, but I've seen enough kids be picky eaters and then grow with that.
Into that, yeah.
Address the elephant in the room.
Everything
Gamma
else
Jack
don't really
is
stick.
an adult who died in the past, and Jack Jack is obviously a baby in the present. Right. For this to work, there would need to be some kind of time travel involved. And while Jack Jack is an extremely powerful super with many different reality warping powers, we never actually see him do anything that resembles time travel. The closest we maybe get is his weird ability to travel between dimensions.
What the? Cookie. Cha-cha want a cookie?
Gotta be terrifying.
Wow. He can still hear you
from the other dimension, yeah.
That is freaky.
Except, I think there might be more to this dimensional power than we think. In The Incredibles 2, Edna created...
That's scary to have your baby that can't even talk yet, can't even really think yet for real. With warping dimensions and shit, bro.
He's the strongest in the verse.
He like that, the... Fantastic Four, Franklin, yeah.
Device that can help track and manage Jack Jack's powers, and it can even be used to help find Jack Jack when he moves into the other dimension.
He vanished!
Okay, good. Use the thing. See that? That's the current readout. Click it. See the readout? Dimension 4. So where is he?
He's there!
But if you look closely, you'll see that the device labels Jack Jack's dimension as 4D, as in the fourth dimension, a dimension that is commonly accepted to represent time, meaning when Jack Jack is warping through dimensions, he is actually traveling through time. Okay, so Jack Jack could have traveled back in time and became Gamma Jack. But here's another big issue with this theory. If they're supposed to be the same person, then why are their powers different? Maybe you could argue Jack Jack has some radiation-based powers, but Gamma Jack...
Or you could also say that he could do Gamma Jack's powers.
Guess who's back again with Gamer Subs! What's up, Chad? You might be asking how did Kyle McGregor get here? You're asking too many questions. The boys over at InternetCity have teamed up with Gamer Subs. If you go to gamersubs.gg/InternetCity right now, you can get 10% off. I'm talking flavors like raw meat, guacamole, gamer fart. And these two right here, we got the nuclear station and chug juice. You either go, or I'm gonna go with you. Guess who's back again!
Jack definitely doesn't have Jack Jack's many reality warping god powers. And yes, that is true, but listen to how Edna talks about Jack Jack's powers.
Like all babies, he has enormous potential. It is not unknown for supers to have more than one power when young, but this little one has many.
It is not unknown for supers to have more than one power when young. She talks about it like all super babies can have multiple powers when they're young, but eventually they all grow up and narrow it down to just one or two. Director Brad Bird has also made similar comments about how
this is some people in chats. This is what I was trying to say. Maybe that was the case at the beginning of the video. Maybe it was just the body growing, even though he still is far stronger than maybe some of those powers get, you know.
Powers are because of the unlimited potential he has as a baby.
Babies are unknown, so they could be nothing, they could be everything. You don't know. Every single one of them is up for grabs of what they're going to become. They could become a leader of the free world or a bagman, or maybe both. I don't know.
Maybe Jack Jack having so many powers is kind of unusual, but there is a precedent that he could lose most of his powers. In fact, this explains why Jack Jack would be living in the past under a new identity. Maybe Jack Jack traveled back in time and then lost his ability to time travel, making him stuck in the past forever. This also lines up with a deleted flashback scene from the first Incredibles, where we can see Gamma Jack was close friends with Mr. Incredible and Frozone.
Although he tried to hide his powers, a few of us had heard about them and approached him. Had to talk him into becoming a superhero. We had a club, the first club that wanted him to join.
It makes sense. If Jack Jack is trapped in the past, he'd probably want to be close to his dad and Uncle Lucius, even if he can't tell them who he really is. Okay, but does Jack Jack actually have Gamma Jack's powers? I mean, maybe his fire or laser powers are kind of similar, but is that really the same thing as having radiation powers? Well, let's take a look at what Gamma Jack's powers actually are. The file's description is pretty vague, but based on his name and logo, I'm gonna assume his powers involve specifically gamma radiation, which is a form of high-energy electromagnetic radiation. And guess what? We are told by Edna that one of Jack Jack's powers is specifically electromagnetic.
Boy, this nigga be scoping for everything in the scenes. Boy, I need it. I need something. There it is. Electromagnetic.
Electromagnetism.
Gamma Jack's powers are based on electromagnetic radiation. Jack Jack has electromagnetism powers. They could have given Gamma Jack any form of radiation powers, but they specifically chose the type of radiation that Jack Jack can control because they are the same person. Also, if you consider the LEGO tie-in video games to be canon, we do see that Gamma Jack has the power of flight and specifically green lasers, which is also the exact same as Jack Jack's. Do I even need to keep going at this point? Gamma Jack.
I mean, it is Alex. So we gotta hear. We can't not hear him out until we get to the end, and then we can form our full opinion. Cause like it's some ties, but at the same time,
it feels like a stretch.
It can go either way at this point.
He's Jack Jack. This has to be intentional. Okay, so these characters line up really, really well, to the point where I don't think that this is a coincidence anymore.
Coincidence? I think not!
But there is still one final issue with this theory. Why would Jack Jack, a sweet, adorable baby with two loving parents with good values, grow up to believe that supers are a superior race?
It could be a number
like, that kind of
things.
feels like the last thing Jack Jack would ever believe. I mean, Helen even goes out of her way to tell her kids that having powers doesn't make you inherently better.
But Dad always said our powers were nothing to be ashamed of.
be a rebel,
our
bro.
powers made us special. Everyone's special, Dash.
Maybe Bob is a little more enthusiastic about superpowers, but he would definitely never call them a superior race. I mean, that is just unambiguously next-level discrimination. Where the hell would Jack Jack possibly get this insane idea from?
I don't like, before he even get there, I don't like niggas like Homelander, niggas like Gamma Jack. But I kinda understand you rise in the sky, bow before me, you fucking peasants, or I kill you where you stand. Yes, sir. I kinda get it. You're an asshole. I would rather be like, kinda get it. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the Homelander situation.
Discrimination. Where the hell would Jack Jack possibly get this insane idea from?
I used to design for gods. You are a tiny god. They are lucky to be in your presence.
You can see how they would be close.
Edna Mode believes that supers are gods, that they are above normal humans. She says it all the time, and she even seems disgusted by non-supers.
Supermodels. Nothing super about them, spoiled, stupid little stick figures with poofy lips who think only about themselves. I used to design for gods.
Okay, sure. But she only babysat Jack Jack one time. How much could she possibly have rubbed off on him?
Yes, you are a tiny god. The room is yours. They are lucky to be in your presence.
Literally after one day with Edna,
crazy.
Jack Jack starts acting exactly like her.
That's crazy. She rubbing off big time, bro.
Exactly like Gamma Jack.
These people are lucky to share the city with supers.
They are lucky to be in your presence.
And then she offers to babysit him anytime after this for free.
But babysitting this one, I do for free.
Holy shit, she is absolutely gonna mess this baby up.
She definitely would.
Well, there you go. I think this is a very strong case for Jack Jack eventually becoming Gamma Jack. Unfortunately, this does mean that Jack Jack will eventually be killed by one of Syndrome's robots. Maybe you could argue that's a good thing considering who he turns into. Or maybe he somehow faked his death. I don't know. It could be possible. I do think that there's something kind of interesting about Syndrome killing Jack Jack, but then later baby Jack Jack indirectly kills Syndrome.
I'm not leaning on either side.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in the middle. I'm stuck in the middle.
Evidence don't feel strong enough.
Cause like it's not super strong evidence,
But it's not weak.
But at the same
It's
time,
not
it's not weak.
It's not
At
weak.
the same time, these writers be
Brighton.
Yeah, babies are just up in the air. Babies are who's to say da 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 da. He's keeping it like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, like it's almost something there.
Yeah.
He's keeping it vague intentionally.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this poetic time loop. The Incredibles 3 is coming out in 2028, so I guess we'll have to wait and see if it supports or debunks my theory. You know, even if this was intentional at one point, I do kind of doubt that they'll ever bring back this pretty obscure Gamma Jack character, but, you know, we'll see. Thank you for watching.
Okay, Incredibles 3, couple years. If we get any proof, I might have to hop on the theory side. If we get any proof, but 3 years is kind of, that's a long ass time. Yeah. But hey, we'll see. We'll keep, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. They said keep going.
Bring back this pretty obscure Gamma Jack character, but, you know, we'll see. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider checking out my other fan theories and subscribing. I've got other Pixar theories coming out at some point. I've got a really funny Cars theory with Mater coming out soon.
Okay.
I will confirm that my next theory that's already kind of almost done is about Teletubbies.
Oh, it's about to get creepy.
I've got a pretty interesting take on that I don't think anyone has come up with yet. Thank you to the patrons who support this.
You gotta have your brain has to go one way for you to come up with these theories, bro. And I commend it, bro. I ain't even gonna hate on the theory, dog.